Hello everyone. I wasn't going to do this video tonight. I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I've got another doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I don't know how long that's going to take or anything. But with the way the food prices are and everything, and the way we're uh, being fed poisons and fertilizers and pesticides and everything on our fruits and our vegetables, and it's kind of hard to go out and buy everything that we'd like, and then why do we want to buy it if it's going to just make us sick? But a lot of people do their own gardens. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know how to do them. But uh, I've heard of all of this before. I've heard that you can start them in the house, and there's different little grow lights and things like that you can get. But I don't know much about it. But uh, my best friend, has been teaching me, and I'm learning some stuff. And um, so if you don't want poisoned food and fruits and vegetables, then probably the best way to do that is to grow your own. Well, you might say, but I don't have no ground to grow my uh, vegetables and stuff like that in. And well, there's ways that you can do it. There really is, and it depending on, especially what it is that you want. But one of the I love tomatoes, and there's all kinds of different but tomatoes. So I uh my friend sent me some ideas here, and there's a lot of great stories behind these different kinds of tomatoes, and you can do all kinds of things with tomatoes. You can make salads out of them, and you don't even have to have lettuce and stuff with it unless you're going to grow your own lettuce, because you don't want to go out there and buy crappy lettuce, fertilized lettuce, pesticide lettuce. So, but you can fix tomatoes. You can slice them. You can make sandwiches out of them. You can put salad dressing on them. You can just eat them by themselves. You can make tomato paste out of them. You can make tomato sauce out of them. Um, just all kinds of different things that you can make out of tomatoes. You can can them, put them in the jars, and you can have them all year round. And so there's a lot of uses for tomatoes if you can just get them growing. So there's the Abe Lincoln tomato. Now it's a big tomato. It's about, I mean, all of them I'm short of, but they're supposed to get about that big. And you can make ketchup out of them, chili sauce, tomato juice, and of course you can just slice them and put them on sandwiches, or put them on your plate and put uh, Italian dressing on them, or ranch dressing on them, along with some cucumbers. It'd be nice if you could grow your own cucumbers too. So anyway, the Abe Lincoln tomato, and it's considered a giant heirloom, and they named it after Abe Lincoln because of how great he was, and when he got shot, it was more or less a tribute to him. Now I've got the information on video, and I'll try to put all that information in my description on this video. So I'm not exactly sure how well that'll go, but I'll try to do that. But they can get as high as 3 pounds each. So you imagine a 3 pound tomato. I mean, I wouldn't be able to eat a 3 pound tomato on one setting. It'd make a nice little meal with some cucumbers, or if you've got hamburgers or whatever, put a nice big slice of tomato on your hamburger. But if it's like dire times and you don't you can't get any other kind of food at all. Well, there you've got your tomatoes. And these tomatoes are especially good for organic gardeners. And but it it started out in 1923, and it was considered the giant of all tomatoes. So I just got this information. I'm just not. Didn't do any studying up on it. I just wrote down a few notes, but I'll, like I said, I'll try to put it in the description. And then there's the mortgage lifer tomato. Now this particular fellow, he he had a mortgage to pay, and he needed to make some money, and so he developed this tomato. It's a crossbreed, and I didn't quite check out what once was bred together, but it's called mortgage lifer tomato. And like I said, I'll put the link in my description on this particular video. So he developed that, and and so with the proceeds from his tomatoes, he ended up calling the tomato the mortgage lifer tomato. So it was able to pay off his mortgage. And but like I said, I didn't do too much on that, but I just wanted to get you a little something out today, and possibly tomorrow I can do more on it. But and then now listen to this one. Now this one's real crazy. Pardon the language. It's called monkey's ass tomato. Now I didn't read why they call it a monkey's ass, but it's high producing, and it's got OX hearts within it, shaped like that. And it's a sandwich tomato, and it's a sauce tomato. So there's that tomato, and then there's the Holy Land tomato. It's a meaty beefsteak. It's red, or it's got a bicolors to it, and it's sweet, and it has a balance of an old time flavor. What the old time flavor means, I do not know, but this is just an idea of what you can do to have food, and you can start these as seedlings in your house. Now, and of course, and then there would be directions and everything like that on how to do it, and you could send away for the seeds, because I don't know of any of these around in this area here. And then there's the Omar Lebanese, and you can do that from seedling. And then there's the San Marzano tomato, and it's grown in specific places. Italy, because it's a hotter environment over there. So that particular tomato has to have a lot of sun, and all that kind of good stuff. So, but tomatoes, cucumbers, you can get more out of an area like with the tomatoes and the cucumbers than you can like green beans and stuff like that. If you're going to use a lot of green beans, you're going to have a little bit of a bigger area. But the tomatoes and the cucumbers, if I'm not mistaken, now you do know that tomatoes are a fruit. They're not a vegetable. And tomatoes can hang. Now, there is one video, and you'll say, well, I don't have the ground to do that with. Well, you start them in-house, and they have these. They're like a tree, and you can put a wire around it, and you put it in like a pot, and you can grow them up like that, and they'll go straight up on that pole that's in there, and you got that. Uh, and you've got the tomatoes hanging all over it. So you don't have to have big space. You just have to have a nice big enough pot, and put the wire around it so they'll have something to hang on. And now I'm sure insects can get in there, but I don't think the bigger, um, like the rabbits and stuff, can get in there. But it don't take much space to grow you some and or cucumbers. And so when you're sitting around thinking about, well, what can I do? Because we don't know what's coming. I mean, I'm hoping that this new administration can get past, because we know that there's a lot of hateful people out there. And we know that there's going to be a lot of them that's going to try to stop anything that they don't want to happen. Now, I don't know who that could be, and I'm not even going to attempt to know, but there's even everyday people like you and I that would try to do something to stop the whole deal. And but the whole thing is that I don't care who it is. Me, you, we all want peace. We want harmony. We want everybody to get along. We want good food. We want good houses to live in. We want good jobs. And so the only thing we can do is give this administration a chance. But we all know this, that there's going to be people out there that's going to try to sabotage anything that a different uh, administration is trying to do. So, but we need food, gang. We need food. And we all know that. I mean, we can't live without food. I mean, we don't have to have oodles and oodles and oodles of food, but we can start with something as simple as tomatoes. I love tomatoes. And you can make sandwiches out of them with butter, mayonnaise, Miracle Whip, um, and make your own bread at home. It was without going out there and buying that crappy bread they have now. And cucumbers. So the cucumbers would be the vegetable, and the tomato would be the fruit. And if you have any other kind of fruit, like you can grow watermelon, you can grow cantaloupe. But mainly my thing is to let y'all know that I pretty much, well, not everybody. Everybody don't like tomatoes, but the majority of people like tomatoes. And you can start them right in your own house. So this is just a start. This is just a glimpse of what you can do. And like I said, I'll put these videos in the links in the description, and hopefully I can get it in there right, because they got to come up blue on there, and I'm not sure exactly. Some of them do when I put them in there, and some of them don't. So I'll put them in there, and there's interesting stories to how the tomato got started. The tomato did not get started over in Italy. I mean, it got started in the Americas, not this America, the Central America. I think that is South America. No, it wasn't South America. Well, it might have been in that area somewhere. But I'll put all those stories in there, and do the best I can. And I look at it this way. if we really want to know, and we don't want to have to rely on people that tell us they want to depopulate us and this and that and poison our food, then when somebody is willing to help you, which you still have to go in, you have to read it and watch it and whatever. So, but I'll try to put that in there so you can go in and find out how to do you some good tomatoes and at least get that started anyway, and find out how you get them to get them grown and where to get the seeds and that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, remember, merry heart doeth good like a medicine, and a broken spirit will dry up your bones. But if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. I believe I can. So since I believe I can, then I'm going to move forward and take the steps that it takes for me to get to where I want to be and bring into my life. So we'll talk to you tomorrow.